Jesus had an interesting conversation with his disciples the night before he went to the cross. They were arguing about who was the greatest, and so he answered their question with a question. Is it the one who reclines at the table or the one who serves at the table? Life-giving leadership is not about having a seat at the table, but it has everything to do with an invitation to serve at the table. And it's not just an invitation to serve, but rather it's an invitation to die. We have to die to live, and we have to die to lead. And I get it, death is painful and scary, but it's also necessary and glorious for Christ's life to be formed in us. Jesus also told his disciples something that might burst your bubble as a leader, but he said, you're a seed. You're like a kernel of wheat. And he said in John 12, unless that kernel falls to the ground and dies, it remains a single seed. But if it dies, it will produce many seeds. Whoever seeks to love his life, then he will lose it. But whoever hates his life, then he will gain it. As a leader, we're called to a specific plot of dirt. And for me, that has looked like marriage, parenting as a leader, women's ministry, and serving alongside my husband in the church. And that plot size has increased over the years, and yet the calling remains the same. It's a calling to die. And I've had to die to my fears, my fear of failure, my fear of the unknown, my fear of man. I've had to die to my reputation when I wanted to defend it. And I've had to die like most leaders understand, to comfort, convenience, plans, and dreams. And yet when we die, we live. Because as that seed is planted deep down in the earth and it breaks open and new life emerges, and as it grows and abides, then gospel fruit can emerge. John goes on to tell us that apart from that, we can't do anything as a leader. Susan Hunt and I invite you to pick up a copy of Life-Giving Leadership. Maybe you want to check it out as a leader yourself, or maybe even better yet, you gather a group of friends, or maybe a leadership team that you serve on and study it together. So we put together a leader's guide that has not only a discussion guide for the facilitator, but also a leadership journal for all the participants. It is our prayer that this book might breathe life into homes, churches, workplaces, and communities as we seek to serve our Savior.